Yo, welcome back to the Nerds with Glasses podcast. I'm your host, Knowledge.
And I'm Javi, guys. We have a really kind of interesting, kind of like out of nowhere, not really out of nowhere, but kind of just crazy news that we heard.
Yeah, you know, because they've been talking about Windows 10 for a while. I think it debuted like April last year.
Mm-hmm. But we haven't, I haven't seen much details.
No.
It was a lot of like, you know, people were talking, like just mentioned stuff from it, but like they actually gave us full... like a full
solid
detail,
solid list of details. And of course for us it's relevant because a lot of it had to do with Xbox and games. You know, so I think the number one thing is I want to tell everybody what it really is, and because it seems like people are like, oh my god, you're gonna be able to stream Xbox games onto the PC, which is not completely true. It's not what you think.
It's one of those things where it's like not useful, like unless we'll explain it a little bit.
Okay.
But the first thing you guys should know, it's free.
Well, yeah,
it's free if you for the first year it's out. It's going to be free to Windows 7 and 8 users,
which the majority of people have now. Like I know some people are just still sticking to XP, and I'm the biggest XP fan, but the time has passed.
Even you use Windows 7 just because you got your new computer. You're like,
and I've had it for a while, and Windows 7 is actually really good. Vista sucked, and then 8
Vista.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you forget. Now you're like, oh yeah, there was another.
You know, they should just give it to Vista users too, because
just cause, you know, hook them up. Like if you're on the struggle, if you're still on Vista.
Yeah, if you're XP, you're still good. Like that shit will last.
Yeah, no, you're a thoroughbred G.
Granted, they're probably they're gonna stop updating it, whatever. But yeah, they should definitely do something for Vista users. But it's a free. It's gonna unify. That's the main thing I took from their, I guess, kind of like full detail thing. Like they're gonna unify the Xbox and Microsoft and Windows experience.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes sense because since nowadays it's like it's not only your PC, now you have your console, your tablet, your smartphones, your all-in-one devices. Like they have so many different devices that it makes sense that they want to have this one unified Windows 10 that works on every single Microsoft thing you
somehow
own.
Compatible, like somehow just connect them all.
Yeah, and obviously Windows 10 is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same on Xbox One as it is on your PC, but it's going to be the same fundamental, you know,
they're
operating system working on it.
Yeah, and a lot of the new stuff they're coming out with is going to be compatible for both. Because right now they're very, for the most part, standalone. Yeah, they work by there's some stuff that they have that kind of like, you know, crossover. Yeah. But for the most part, they've been run as separate beings, separate entities, pretty much. You know?
And now doing this, I think it'll help their maybe smartphones a little bit, not too much.
And I think that's what they're really pushing for too, because pushing, but I'm sure that's something that they really want to move up, because that's probably out of the stuff they have, that's their lowest market. I
mean, I know they want to make it better. I just don't know if it's ever going. I don't know. Right now, just Android and iOS and Apple have just such a strong
and it's funny, you know, because they bought Minecraft a while back. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't buy Minecraft, first of all? But it's so funny that people were saying like they probably just bought it to promote their Windows Phone because they don't have Minecraft on their Windows Phone, and immediately after they bought Minecraft, it was put on the Windows Phone.
Of course. Yes, of course. That was probably the number one priority. Nobody cares. Like nobody cares at all. But so unified thing. So what does this mean for the common user? I think for us, one of the cool things I like is transferring of license. So, for example, you can buy Geometry Wars 3 on the Xbox One, on the Xbox 360, and on the PC separately. You have to buy them separately. It doesn't... like even from the 360 to the One, they're separate things.
Very few games do. I mean, Advanced Warfare and Destiny did it, the digital version only. Very few games have that cross-platform game. Or not even cross-platform, but just cross-family platform.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of sucks if you're a fan of a game, but you know, maybe some of your friends are still on the 360. Although this doesn't involve the 360, guys. It's only the One, because the 360 just can't handle that anymore. But I'm just saying, for example. So now, for example, if you were to buy Geometry Wars on the One, theoretically you should get that license for the PC as well.
Yeah, and that'd be awesome. Like, I don't mind not having the license work for Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Yeah. Because honestly, like, I mean, the main game I play that I have for both is Advanced Warfare and Destiny. Yeah. And even though there's not a huge difference, I can totally tell when I'm playing on the 360. Yeah. And it's not that it's bad. It just looks so much crisper.
Yeah, it does. Oh, dude, a million times.
Yeah, but so it's like that's I mean, unfortunately, you won't be able to get that. You won't be able to, like, you know, just play with 360 to play with your friends, and then when you're by yourself, play the crisp, you know, nice version. Yeah. But for PC, it's still nice because, I mean, at home, I mean, who doesn't have both?
Exactly. Who doesn't?
Yeah, like, I mean, if you have an Xbox One, you probably, I mean, if you don't have an Xbox One, you automatically probably have a Windows computer. Yeah. You might have Apple, but almost everyone has a Windows computer.
Yeah, it's even people who have Apple a lot of times have also, like,
yeah, exactly.
Have
like
just, a PC.
It's just a mandatory,
like, just like on the side. I need it for other things. Yeah. You know, I need my Apple to show everybody I'm cool. And shit.
I need it to walk around with
I hope you guys can hear the ice cream, man. We're gonna power through the ice cream bell.
We're gonna miss it though.
It's leaving.
It's leaving.
It's leaving. It's gone. No, it's still there. Anyways, what were we talking about? We're talking about Windows 10.
Yeah, so it's only for PC, Windows PC to Xbox One.
Yeah, not the 360. And, like, dude, guys, I'm here as a friend. It's over. The 360, it's over, guys.
We just have to wait for good games to come out, Mike. No one's believing it until the games come out.
Like, but I'm just saying, like, it's time, dude. Like, I love the 360. It's my favorite console of all time, even more than the Super Nintendo, just because I played it so much. Like, I would maybe even more than 60. I don't know. It's up there.
It's definitely top 5.
Yeah, but it's
top 3. Maybe.
It's time, guys. Like, do the switch. I know it's expensive, but it's been getting cheaper.
Yeah, I feel bad for PlayStation 3 users because it immediately that was just an immediate change.
Yeah.
But so they're gonna have streaming, which we were talking about. That it isn't necessarily what you think, or I guess what you would want it to be. It doesn't make sense to us.
Okay, so the main thing is that they've been saying for a long time, they've been talking about how, like kind of PlayStation has it right now where you can stream PS3 games onto your PS4. So you stream it from the cloud. Like, you don't stream, you know what I mean? Like, you don't stream it
directly from your PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. Or yeah, exactly. You don't stream it from your PlayStation 3 to your you can stream your Xbox game onto the PC, but from your own Xbox.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because, I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me because you have your Xbox there.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you be using it?
Yeah,
unless for some, I mean, I don't know if because that's what it said, but it would be cool. I mean, they can't do it obviously, but if you can run 2 games at the same time, and stream one over here and they play another one, you know, I don't think that's how it's gonna work. It seems like
it's not. Yeah. It's not. They said that you can only stream it to one thing at a time.
Yeah, so that doesn't, like, it makes no, like, why would you be using your PC, your monitor, when you can just plug in your.
Plug in your.
Why would you, like, you know, what is that? Like, route it through your computer.
Yeah.
You can just route it, like.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if you could do it through the cloud, and, like, say you didn't have an Xbox One, then you can stream it, which I think they want to do eventually, but I don't think they'll do it for Xbox games because, like, in my thought, it makes the Xbox irrelevant. Like, if you could stream from the cloud, like, let's say Halo 5 came out, and you can just buy it and stream it from the cloud, which they've already demonstrated. Like, they literally demonstrated Halo 4 on a smartphone streaming, you know, with smartphone controls. So they can do it, but it's kind of like, that would make Xbox One irrelevant. That would be like, then I don't even need an Xbox One. I already have a PC. I can just stream all the games I want. Yeah. You know, so, and it's not like that you can't use mouse and keyboard to play. You still got to use your Xbox controller.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can't even, like, the controls don't even change. Like, it doesn't, like, mimic your controls.
Yeah, so if anything, you'll probably be playing with a little bit of lag, a little bit of latency issues. But like I said, we even said, though, there are situations where I see where it's helpful. Because I know me personally, and I know you too. You have like your own gaming setup.
Yeah, I just have which by gaming setup we just mean one TV for games. Like,
yeah, like this is my monitor. This is where I PC and game. Everybody else, you have your own shit. Get the fuck away. You know, you have
the TV's
your own,
right there.
Yeah, go watch TV and fucking mindlessly watch goddamn Dancing with the Stars, whatever. But I know a lot of people still obviously set up their game system
on the main TV
in the living room. So a lot of times they can't play because their mom wants to watch TV, or the dad or whatever. And so I can see where it makes sense. Like if you had a laptop and you just take it somewhere and you start streaming it to your laptop and play off your laptop instead of having to switch over your entire...
It's the same thing with the Wii U, or like the gamepad for the Wii U.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like that's the best use I have for the Wii U, is just kind of like playing on your, playing on your bed, just relaxing with the Wii U. But then like the bad thing is that you still have to connect your controller, so I can't see you playing on a tablet.
That's true.
It's kind of like weird where you're like,
because you would still be in the same room. Like you can't, like, let's say your room is like not near the living room.
Yeah, you'd
have to like move something, a chair, set up your freaking laptop or tablet next to the TV anyways.
Yeah.
So it's just like, doesn't seem worth it right now.
Well, I mean, at least I know, actually though, but like tablets have, because remember the Xbox connection for a controller is universal. It's like just a
USB.
It's a USB. Oh, I guess tablets don't have that, but a laptop would have it. Unless they have a special adapter for like a mini USB.
Well, I don't know why they would need that, since their Windows already, at least for Xbox One controllers, you can already play them.
Maybe Microsoft tablets have USB. I don't know. It just
I don't know. I don't have,
because they did demonstrate it on a
tablet.
Or maybe it'll have some special connectivity. Like,
because I assume, like, I don't know. In my mind, it was still connected to your Xbox One. That's like, because I don't see like how they would connect it. From your tablet, because I don't know what they have. I don't see how they would connect it to your tablet. Yeah. Like I'm sure there is something, but I don't know. I don't know it, so I assume that it was still connected to your Xbox One, and you're just streaming it on your phone instead, or whatever.
Yeah, because that wireless won't reach.
Yeah, exactly.
That far. Depending on, like, just thinking of my own home setup, it wouldn't
too many
reach,
walls.
Yeah, it wouldn't reach my room from the living room.
Yeah, maybe there was no walls in the way, but with the walls and everything, it's still, even without the walls, it would still be kind of like delayed.
Yeah, so it's not perfect. It's something that there's potential. It's cool that they're doing. I can see them starting to stream at least old games would make sense to me, where you can stream them to your PC, like Xbox 360 games that you can't get on Xbox One.
Right.
That makes sense to me. Like, okay, let's at least right now there's no Gears of War on Xbox One, which I think they probably will do like a remastered, which will like everything's being remastered, but like as of now, it's like I can see them. You can stream Gears of War 3, which is not on the PC. They only have part 1 on the PC.
Right. Yeah, and that's true.
The one cool feature that really is useful though is the crossplay.
Yes.
So there are certain games that are just PC. Like they announced Fable Legends for the PC. Yeah. So that means that what is it that you'll be able to? What was it?
Play and chat with people using the Xbox One.
Yeah. So if you can actually play with a friend across platforms, which is not a new thing. Games do that.
Yeah, but not many games.
It's rare, yeah. Because when they just announced Street Fighter 5 for the PS4 with the PC, we're like, oh god, that's cool. Like you'll be able to play. And again, I don't think they'll do that for like Halo. That's why I don't think they'll bring Halo to the PC, because
that's their system seller.
Yeah, that's their system seller. So it doesn't make any sense for them to do it, But it would be nice to be able to like stream older games and fucking maybe even use a mouse and keyboard for people, because I want the answer, bro. I want the answer to the question, who's better? And because PC people always talk that shit, and I know that they're better at aiming and everything, but I still stand by it, and I still believe this.
It's not a huge increment.
The thing is, without auto aim, yes, you're at a huge disadvantage. Huge, but I just feel like people on consoles have more dominant movement. with the joysticks, the way you can move around. I know when you get used to the mouse and keyboard, you'll get really good at it too.
Yeah.
But it just seems to me like, I don't know. I played PC like Black Ops 2 with the controller, and my aiming just the ass, like the worst aiming ever. But I'm running circles around people, but they probably suck, I don't know. But I'm just saying, I want the answer, bro.
You want to see for yourself.
And we're getting closer and closer to the answer. But yeah, Windows 10 should be exciting, I think. I mean, we'll see. As far as interface, they said that they wanted
Halo.
I know that was there's a lot of things here that because for one, it's gonna have Cortana built in,
kind of like a Siri,
yeah.
And then they have a browser besides the internet, so you're still getting the Internet Explorer. They still haven't learned.
Why do you think they're making a new browser though?
Because Internet Explorer sucks.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're still including this one's side a lot, like right next to, they're including it with Explorer, but this one's called Spartan.
That's the code name for
that's the code name. Okay, yeah.
So I don't know what it's actually going to be called, but you know what? The thing is, Internet Explorer doesn't suck.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Now, but like it'll never drop that reputation.
Yeah.
Because as early as 3 years ago, it was still the worst browser. They actually kind of improved it.
Yeah, but no one's gonna use it.
No, because everybody will tell you immediately, like, oh no, Firefox, Chrome, and no, you don't want that shit on your computer.
It's so funny going to someone's especially an aunt or anything's house and using their computer.
Yeah. I
always immediately hide the Internet Explorer, just make sure no one can find it, because I don't like taking it off just in case. Sometimes I know that for some reason on one of my cousin's computers, both the new browsers, like Mozilla and Chrome, were just gone, and we couldn't find the internet browser. It was like, god damn it, so we had to go into it and actually find it through the files and whatever.
And no, you can take it off.
You can, exactly. But it was just like, we always hide it just so they'd never use it again.
I do the same thing, because and they'll ask me like, oh, how do I use the internet? It's like this little button in here that says Chrome right here. This is the button. Oh, okay, they don't know the difference, but dude, I don't think they'll ever shake the Internet Explorer sucks thing, because people just
it's too ingrained.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, because I remember using Internet Explorer the first time I grabbed a computer. And within a day, I'm getting 20 pop-ups. It's like, what the fuck? What's going on? Absolutely. Maybe hopefully this new one will be better. But who cares? People they're still not going to use it, bro. It's over. Anything that they give you default sucks.
Except for Word, if you have it in default. That's the only thing I use.
But it's not even default.
That's true. Actually, you have to purchase it.
It has a whole different fucking thing.
Oh yeah, Notepad is the default. My bad.
Notepad and WordPad. God, you can't do anything on there. What the fuck?
No fucking borders, shit. Yeah.
So Bungie just announced. Well, they didn't announce, but somebody asked them about House of Wolves, which is the next DLC.
Yes, the next DLC, the expansion, the first expansion.
And apparently, a lot of Destiny fans were angry at the first DLC because it kind of just made your Vault of Glass raids irrelevant. Yeah,
it definitely it made pretty much your weapons were still okay, I guess, but the thing that kind of sucks is that immediately once the DLC hit, you can get gear that levels you up higher. And get weapons that have more damage once you level them up.
So all the shit that you've been doing this whole time didn't matter,
right?
You could just it's almost like a pay to win.
And granted, I guess the good thing about it was available to everyone, even if you didn't have the DLC. So that was good, because it would have been even worse if they just limited it, to people that had the DLC. So that was good. I'm kind of used to stuff like that when something comes out, but because this game is kind of coming out every, the DLC is coming out every 3 months compared to other games where expansions come out quite later. It's kind of okay, so I just played 3 months and now all my gear is gone. So that's a big problem. For a lot of people, that was a big problem, because some people don't have the time to put into grinding it out, because that's what it is. It's a grind fest.
So wait, okay, so you grinded it out, let's say, and
you got to level 30, which was
you got to level 30 and it was max. Then the DLC comes out,
and there's 2 more levels you can get. And with the gear from the vendors, you can already get to level 31.
Okay.
So which is one level higher than before. You still needed the raid gear to get to level 32 from the new raid.
Yeah.
But the old raid gear was pretty much useless.
Okay. So what if I was level 26?
You would be able to get to level 31, skipping out. On
that's what I'm saying. So your grind would be. So you're paying to get better.
Yeah. So basically, all the people that had done the hard raid felt bad.
Yeah.
Because they had to grind it out. All the new players and all the people that haven't had the time
were pumped up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been pumped up. Like, fuck yeah, I don't have to do it. Remember I told you too, I was like, I'll pay $5. They should have an auction house because like right now, I don't want to play this shit to get. I just want to play multiplayer. I don't want to fucking have to do raids and shit. Yeah. And it's just
that's the kind of like good and bad thing. Because, for example, they did change you being able to get, like, now to buy weapons, you had to use accommodations, which you had to level up your reputation. And that took a grind if you didn't do it before. Yeah. Even if you know, so that was kind of like, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't, it was implemented too quickly, I guess.
To me, it's bad because they fucked over their hardcore fans.
Yeah, that's actually the main part of it.
You don't never, ever want to, because you can fuck over the casual players and they won't say shit because they're just casual. But your hardcore fans are going to make YouTube videos and like, just talking shit about.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess one of the things that really sucked too was, for example, your exotics. You know, there are these weapons that are very hard to get. Yeah. They were kind of they finished off at 300 damage, which is the attack. And then after the DLC, you can now start getting ones that have 330. Yeah. They're the exact same exotic weapons or whatever, but now they have more attack. Yeah. And the only way to upgrade it was to turn it into some guy, Zur. You would turn it in, and he would reset all the levels, but it would get the new damage thing. So you would have to level it up all.
So that means you would have to find like all the shards and.
Luckily, they took out all the shards for that, but they gave you a new shard that you had to get. Yeah. So it kind of, but you still have to level it up, which is kind of like. The things for exotics, they suck in the beginning for the most part. Yeah. And then once you get them to their like second. Perk, that's when they get really good for the most part. Yeah. So this time now, like if you had a gun that you didn't like using with like unupgraded, now you had to re-upgrade that gun again, go through the whole hassle of like, this gun sucks right now, but it's gonna be good, you know? Yeah. But then again, that also makes people want to play longer, which is what they want.
Which is what they want, but it is kind of come on.
But the whole thing about this thing is that they said they're changing that. They're changing the progression. Yeah. Which I don't know how much I can trust them because they had told us in the last one like it's one of those things that this
what did they say last time?
The story was going to be more integrated kind of thing, but it really wasn't for the House of was it the Dark Below?
Not at all. Yeah.
And one of those things that in my head I was like, they shouldn't have promised that because they already had these two DLCs done, completely done. You know, the other DLCs are probably done too, but they haven't. You know,
they're on disc, bro. They're on disc.
How do you change stuff that's on disc that much? You know, like I'm sure they can. Yeah. But they didn't anyways. Like so, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, okay, let's see what you guys. I mean, I already have it, and I'm gonna play it, but it's just like. You guys don't say these things if you're not gonna go through with it.
I know. Destiny for me has just been like a competition to see how many times I can get devastated by like just because it was the same. It was I was like, and the story's gonna be better. They had a cool trailer and nothing.
They had voice acting for the trailers. Yeah. How much did you hear voice acting besides that one chick voice overing over everything? That was it.
It's fucking ridiculous. I don't trust them about it either because I agree they had these. They're on disc, bro. If you download anything, it's like a patch for it. Like you know,
that's definitely what it was. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember downloading anything over 2 megabytes. Yeah. Or maybe actually the biggest one I saw was 75 megabytes. Yeah. But I didn't download anything bigger than that for when the DLCs came.
Yeah, and that 75 megabytes was like an unlock code or some shit to unlock the DLC.
So it's definitely one of those things. Like the DLCs have already been leaked, supposedly leaked, so we have something to expect, but like it doesn't seem like they're changing that much, which is unfortunate.
I wonder where they go after this. Like, what does Destiny do after this? Because these expansions we heard about from the beginning, right? They're in your box, and it says like, oh, buy the expansions right now. They're literally in your box.
There was a leak of a supposed like kind of like like the briefing room with all the DLC. Yeah. There's gonna, according to that how it goes, it's gonna be there's the game Destiny, two small DLCs that come out, one big DLC which is supposedly this one's called Comet.
Yeah.
And then 2 more little DLCs, and then the Destiny 2.
Okay.
Supposedly that's how it's gonna work out. So maybe it's one of those things like maybe later, maybe it will get better later on. But right now it's like kind of like how Halo, the Master Chief Collection, is like a lot of people already like left it. Like, they're not coming back.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. So it's definitely something like that. Like I mean they have something promised, but they have to go through with it first.
I mean the thing with Destiny is that so many people play it's it's a gold mine like for them. If anything, I think if they're really gonna do a big DLC like they speculated, then that's the one where you'll see
feel a real difference,
real change. I mean, regardless, it's like you got it already. You know, like a lot of people bought them both together.
Yeah, the first expansion pack, which is this one and the House of Wolves, they already have it. I already have it.
By the way, House of Wolves like top 5 names
for DLC
of all time. That to me, that's a sick fucking
that is really
name.
good. The Dark Below was
yeah, but like the House of Wolves, it just sounds so fucking epic.
And it's gonna be a giant disappointment.
Yeah, I know, right? They probably put the level progression up too again, no? Like
they put your light level up, and that's the thing. They're changing the way your gun progression and your armor progression works. So we'll have to wait and see what they actually change. They might change it to the similar thing that they did with exotics, where they took out your shard and I think your shard stuff. They took some of that stuff out and changed it with something else. That's what they might do.
Yeah. So at Sundance this year, we're transitioning to something else. Fuck Destiny. Something cool, I think. So everybody knows about the Oculus Rift. It's like this virtual reality thing.
It's starting to get really...
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. Well, who bought it? Was it Facebook that bought it for like $2 billion or some shit like that?
I thought Facebook bought a different one. I'm not sure, but they might have bought Oculus.
Somebody bought it for a lot. And yeah, I think it was Facebook. Point being is that Sundance is this festival they have all the time, and they're gonna have it there, and they're gonna have this cool little simulation thing where like you're kind of laying down on
stomach
down, face down on like a bench type thing, you know, comfortable, and there's gonna be a fan like blowing in your face, and you have the Oculus on, and you're like virtual reality flying. Flying.
Oh, was it flying? I took it as falling. I'm like, great.
No, flying.
Okay.
Flying.
Still, so there's going to be some falling because no human can fly.
Okay, well, my question is, will they need throw-up buckets?
If I was there, probably.
Yeah.
I still get from like plenty of games, if I'm jumping off a high place, I get that like roller coaster. Not as much as a roller coaster, obviously. Yeah. But I get that like feeling that I'm actually like super
falling,
fast.
Yeah,
so I might need it. And I've heard a lot of people get motion sickness from the Oculus.
Yeah, dude.
Because you can't look away from the screen.
Yeah.
You turn around, you're moving the camera. So it seems very disorienting. I can imagine people with even if they don't have major motion sickness, just a little bit, using the Oculus and they're falling. Yeah. And I mean, some people, your brain, you know, the way it works, it'll make you believe you're falling if it thinks that you're falling.
Yeah, because you know they always say like if your brain thinks you died or something, like what about that?
Yeah, that's gonna be scary. Because I mean, I hope it doesn't go that far. I'm more thinking of like when you're sleeping and you're falling in a dream and you wake up, and you feel like you just landed on top of your bed at 100 miles an hour, like you know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I don't get that feeling when I'm playing video games. Every once in a while, where it's like, oh, I don't want to fall. It's like, fuck, oh man. Every once in a while I'll get it, but like for the most part I don't get that into it. But yeah, with this, I remember they tested the Oculus with a couple of games, Mirror's Edge. Oh god. Which people were like, if you haven't played Mirror's Edge, bro, like
when I was here, I almost threw up in the recording room.
Like just playing the regular 360 version of this shit.
It was a 360, it was a 360 too, those horrible graphics.
And imagine with this Oculus Rift, you're really jumping across buildings, looking down. I saw somebody play it. Now that's a let's play, bro.
Dude, I want to see a speed run. Like, cause I don't know if speed runs. I like seeing people like find the optimal thing. But the way they move around stuff is just so much faster than anyone. I want to see a speedrunner to see if it's possible with the helmet, because that's going to be their camera to see how they can move around.
Dude, that'd be amazing, because you see some real crazy stuff. I think their control would be even better, depending on how good the control is on the Oculus Rift. So a lot of games have come out. and a lot of games are gonna come out. Games are back, guys. This is almost the season. The dead season is almost over. I think we're looking at the games just now. We saw like February. We had a big lineup coming up, like Evolve, Bloodborne, The Order, and then March it really kicks into high gear. But yeah, this week and last week we've had a couple games that we just kind of wanted to go over because the remasters we have to bring up again.
Yeah, we have three remastered that we're going to be talking about. Resident Evil HD.
Yeah.
I never played the original, but it was such a big game. It's been such a big game.
I wanted to talk about this because this is where remasters go wrong, in my opinion.
Really? I didn't play it, so...
Yeah, like...
Is it a port?
It's like...
Is it the Final Fantasy VII
it's
for PlayStation 4?
Yeah, it's portception. Because this is actually a remaster of the GameCube remaster of the original.
Wow.
And it's kind of like... We didn't need it. Like it could have just been a port, like ported over.
Yeah,
they advertised it as a remaster, but it looked like a high definition version of like a GameCube game. It looked pretty good, but the whole point is like what the fuck are we doing? Like come on, start. I mean, and especially with Resident Evil, like, dude, it's one of the most important games in gaming history because survival horror before that was almost non-existent. And after that, it became underground. Yeah, it became like a real genre. But like, if you play this game now, this is like one of the most boring games you'll ever fucking play in your life, in my opinion. I mean, you'll get scared sometimes because it still does create that atmosphere.
Yeah, that's what it was known for.
Exactly. But like, gameplay wise, the game is literally just you finding keys to doors. That's the whole game. It's like, we're trapped in this mansion. We can't open this door. Let's find the key. I'm like, you have a fucking gun. Like, blow the goddamn door open. Like, what are you doing?
You can't waste your ammo, mate.
For the zombies, because the zombies are there. But what was the other remaster right now?
Saints Row.
Okay, yeah. I like this because it's a good package. It's $50. And you get all the DLCs. Plus, you get a new DLC that just came out and got out of hell. And
which is awesome. I'm glad they included it.
Yeah.
Because if it was just the original and DLC, it would be like the typical remastered.
Yeah.
But I'm super happy that they're actually included Got Out of Hell, which I hear is hilarious.
It's fucking funny. You know what, dude? The DLCs for Saints Row are all fucking good. Like, they're really funny.
I think like besides the whole contrarian mentality, for me not liking the GTA series, I always thought it took itself too seriously. Yeah. For a game where you can fuck everything up. Yeah. For Saints Row, at least the fourth one, I don't know about the other ones, seems like just fucking fun. It doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think you're a president fighting aliens in the fourth one. Yeah. I'm like, I'm set. Like, I'm gonna destroy the whole city anyways. I don't need this like super intense story. I just want to have fun.
Well, you know what, GTA though, at least with GTA 5, they took a lot more lighter tone. Oh, okay. As far as just like, it was kind of a parody of American culture, blah blah blah, but it still felt kind of like a more serious. Yeah. I was just talking about this. I wish they would make 2 versions of Saints Row. Okay. Because there's still a huge fan base of the first 2. Okay. Which was, like, I played the first one. And
were those more serious? I never played the original, and I haven't seen anything, but they seem more serious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they were way more serious. Not like, I don't know, I guess it's not like a drama. I mean, it was just more serious because it wasn't, I don't know, quirky or anything. And it had this whole gang aspect to it, which a lot of people would like because that you didn't get that in any other game. Like, you would fucking be part of the Saints, the 3rd Street Saints, and you had to go around like fucking finding other gangs and beating them up and taking over territory. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like, people like that.
It's doing so that. Real though.
Yeah, like you're bringing up your gang to be the best gang. Like, I don't know, that was the main difference to me that, you know, was different between GTA and Saints Row. And then at Saints Row Part 3, Saints Row the 3rd, they completely... they just changed the whole thing. And people hated it, but now it's kind of like... Yeah, this is good. Like, this DLCs are exactly why they're good. Because they can do these stupid, like, mockumentary. Because that's the structure of Enter the Dominatrix, for example. It's a mockumentary.
Enter the Dominatrix is one of the DLCs?
One of the DLCs that came out for Saints Row 4.
Okay.
And I believe How the Saints Save Christmas is kind of the same thing, but it's like the Saints are like talking into the camera,
kind of like
they're doing
Office.
Yeah, exactly. They're just doing like a documentary. They're just like, yeah, we no, but even more self-aware than that.
Okay.
Almost like Deadpool. They're like, you know, why was I in that scene again? And just like, well, you're like the tech person, so you had to be there to hack. Oh, that's right. You know, like
kind of like the commentary on a director's commentary.
Yeah. And like literally during the gameplay, you're doing something and they'll be commentating, and they're just like, "This was a really good scene. Like, bravo on your acting." You know, like it was a funny fucking like this is literally no other game like that except for Deadpool. I can't think of any other game that does that. And I don't know. I kind of wish they would do like a serious Saints Row for all the older fans, because I love Part 1. Okay. Part 1 was fun as hell.
Yeah, see, I probably wouldn't have liked it just because I don't know. I don't like those like a game that crazy with such craziness being so serious. I like a game like that being like kind of like Sunset Overdrive, just fucking explosions everywhere. You know?
Well, that's another one. Yeah, that's another one that's like that. That now I think about it, but you played that more than me, so you would know. You would know. But so this week coming out, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Oh, another remaster that I'm super excited about. It's gonna be the next gen of Borderlands.
Yeah. Oh, they announced that this week.
Yeah,
that's right.
Which I am extremely happy about, because at first I thought it was gonna be just the Borderlands pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Which would have been the typical Borderlands pre-sequel with all the DLC.
Yeah.
But no, it's gonna include. I forgot. I don't know the price right now, but it's gonna include Borderlands 2, not Borderlands 1, unfortunately, but it's gonna include Borderlands 2 and all the DLC.
And they had a lot. They had a fucking lot. Yeah. I remember like every couple months they had a new one.
Yeah.
And the pre-sequel with...
You're basically getting the season pass.
Yeah. It's, dude, even if it's $60, it's a good... And they added like split screen co-op, which they didn't have before.
I think they had 2-player, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's okay. And then they also added the save. You can transfer your saves.
Transfer saves between family consoles, which was awesome.
So yeah, so if you had it on the Xbox 360, you can. That's, to me, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, Javi's gonna be... Because if you guys don't know, Javi's like a huge Borderlands fan, and he even bought like a $10,000 crate, or how much was it?
$100.
Okay, $100 crate of.
It was worth the $10,000, granted. Yeah. But it was only $100
for some people. No, yeah, he was really pumped up about it. He bought that shit like 2 years after the game came out.
Yeah.
Too. But that's how much he loved Borderlands too. So it's cool to see he like a big fan like Javi you're reaping all the benefits here. It is like a love letter to the fans.
Yeah.
It's like you can now play it on next gen,
which I'm so happy about, because I love playing it on the 360, but at the same time I play my Xbox One so much more now.
Yeah, so it just sucks having to fucking switch, you know, and then plus now people are starting to switch over, so you can't get friends to play anymore.
And that's the unfortunate thing. Like, all my friends have switched over to PS4. Yeah. So even if I did want to play Borderlands on the Xbox 360, I wouldn't be playing with anyone. Yeah. Except maybe my brother. And now that we can play like on a really hopefully higher definition game, it's gonna look nice.
Yeah, now the split screen will look way better. Dude, I can't believe how bad 360 games look
now. Yeah.
Now that you go back to them, and then
honestly, my biggest like I didn't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like I didn't want to believe kind of thing. Yeah. Until I played Destiny on both.
Yeah, dude. When you play Destiny on the Xbox One for like 2-3 days. Go back to the 360.
Why is it so foggy?
Like, you'll be able to count every pixel on the fucking screen. It's crazy how pixelated it looks.
It looks, it's so foggy everywhere.
Dude,
I can't believe it.
Yeah, and that's how all the games are, like fucking all the Call of Duties and shit. Like, you can't see across the map for shit.
You're like, how did I play this before? You know, like, cause I played Advanced Warfare a little bit. Yeah. I played on the 360. I was like, okay, Ben, you can play. My brother's named Ben. Yeah. Ben, don't touch my Xbox One. Play on the 360.
Yeah, 360 is just for you, Ben. Fuck. And what else? So what else is coming on next week? Life is Strange.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, Dying Light is the big game.
Dying Light, yeah.
Are you excited? You're gonna be playing this.
Yeah, not a huge fan of survival horror.
Yeah,
I get very into games. You know, like what is it?
You get scared,
immersed.
basically.
I get immersed. Yeah. So I did The Evil Within, and it didn't have too many scary parts. I don't get like, oh my god, but I do like, I won't be able to sleep at night kind of thing. Like, yeah. I'm like fuck.
Yeah.
I know it's a game, but I just played it and I just moved through it. So,
yeah.
You know, I know I'm not going to be able to sleep kind of thing. So I stay up. But definitely, I haven't seen too much about it. So I'm in for a treat.
That's good. Yeah. That way you going in blind. Everybody looks really pumped up about it because there's like parkour elements.
Which is kind of crazy because like usually in kind of like survival horror, you're very limited on your movement. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was thinking about with Resident Evil. Was because that was one of the whole thing. That's how, to me, like, let me just say this. The controls were bad back in the day, but they weren't that fucking bad as how bad they were in Resident Evil.
Or
like,
Last of Us.
Yeah, because... Yet again, how did this get in here?
Using the exact same controls.
Yeah, like... yeah, because, like, they always say, like, oh, yeah, it was bad by design. Like, they wanted to make it bad so that it'd be, you know, the survival horror aspect of it that you can't control it.
Yeah, but then I can't fucking play the game.
Yeah, like, dude.
It's the same thing with, like, a lot of games, like, where there's, like, enemy, like, bosses that are just, like, especially in shooting games, just bullet sponges.
Yeah.
Like, they don't make them hard. They all they do is, you know, shoot at you. And it's not hard. It just takes long and it's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I hate, like, Destiny has a lot of that. I hate just things like you're not really making this game difficult. You're just making it annoying.
Yeah.
You're making the movement stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
especially with shooting games, because...
Yeah, like, I'm hoping Dying Light is going to be good movement, still really good scary. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know...
And I think it will be, because if you add parkour and shit like that, that means you're moving around. So that means you're making the zombies... fast as fuck, and you know, like mobile, will scare Javi even more.
Left 4 Dead, but with like more, like, Left 4 Dead had pretty good movement, and the zombies were pretty quick.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead was smooth and fast as fuck. It felt like you were playing like GoldenEye. On the 64.
You're right. Yeah.
So I mean, I like that, but yeah, like playing Resident Evil, it was like
they're so slow.
Even like, come on, bro.
I was surprised how much I liked the Evil Within. It was slow, but it felt good. I think that's one of the main problems with like games like Resident Evil that I didn't play them too much because like it's the Resident Evil for me, and similar to Last of Us, it was one of those games where I can play just with my friends because I don't like playing it for too long. Yeah, because it's just like fucking movement.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean? Come on, bro.
But like if I play with my friends, it's like okay, now you go. Like, you know what I mean?
Switch off.
Yeah, like I'm fucking done. Here, you try for a little bit.
Yeah, because even with the Resident Evil, just back to the controls, even with the Resident Evil, they actually did a modern control system. Like now, like in the remaster, they added a different control system because... So that to me says it's like, that's not even like staying true to the game. Now... So,
if I'm not mistaken, sorry, the original movement was stop, shoot, run, stop, shoot, run?
Yeah, it's still like that. It just controls better. Okay. Like... But it just, the controls were bad. That's why I was never a huge fan of Resident Evil, except for part 2, because that one was legitly fucking... I would say I was fucking scared to play that fucking game. And of course, we played it at night because we wanted to be scared. But like,
see, I never understand. I don't understand that wanting to be scared. I don't mind watching scary movies, but playing a video game, I'm like, no. Yeah. I believe I am the character. You know, like,
I don't know. I guess it's just like a badge of honor. It's like, yeah, I played Resident Evil at fucking 12 p.m. by myself. Like, you know, I'm a bad. Like, yeah, if you, I don't know. I was a kid.
I didn't sleep at all. No.
Yeah, I haven't slept all night.
I can't go into a dark room right now. Are you serious?
Why are you sleeping with your light on? What's wrong with you? Yeah, dude, Resident Evil 2, just to end off, I had the one, like, I literally jumped out of my seat, and that's never happened before or after that. I was just like, I'm done. You're like walking slowly down. You haven't seen people like in 10 minutes. You're just like, is there even people in this game?
That's
like,
the worst part when they make you believe you're safe.
Yeah, you're just like, nobody's in this game. Like, I already killed everybody. I already been through this hall already. I turned the corner and shit. There's windows, but they're like boarded up. And then like I'm fucking walking, and then the dog from hell just fucking jumps through the window. You see me, controller, floor, run out the fucking door.
To your mom's bedroom.
It's just like,
parents' bedroom.
Yeah, especially with the sound effect. It's basically like a screamer. You're just playing. You're just those screamer videos where you're like, it's just like. That's all Resident Evil is.
You know what they should have done? Like, had a section where you have to get do something precise.
Yeah.
And so you trying to
you get close.
Yeah.
They should do that in the game now. Maybe Freddy's does that. I haven't played that though.
It's just more jump scares. I mean, the whole thing is the tension it builds up. Similar to like a lot of like the games where it's like Amnesia and all those, like it's a lot about the tension in the environment.
Yeah,
it's not so much the actual jump scare a lot of times.
Yeah,
but it does happen a lot.
See, I want them, dude. I would really love them to make a truly scary game, which I heard that Silent Hill one.
PT.
Yeah, that it's gonna be like that because the thing is, which I sound like an old man saying this, but just like, oh, back in my day, like. No, but even back in my day, the movies they weren't scary. They just jump scared you. But like to me, the movies that were really scary, like The Exorcist, was like the ones that you late at night and just like, bro, like I literally cannot fucking sleep. I'm so terrified right now. Whereas other movies now, it just kind of seems like they'll scare you while you're in the theater, and it's just like, oh shit. But like it doesn't have that idea that like sticks with you. The only one I can think of recently was Insidious, which I thought was pretty scary. Like it wasn't.
What was that other one with the same people?
The Conjuring.
Conjuring was pretty.
Yeah, that one was pretty scary too. Like, well, see, some people were like, "Oh, that shit wasn't scary at all," and I was just like, because it didn't really have jump scares. It had more like just the idea.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I don't like watching a movie with a person that knows like, oh, it's just a movie.
Yeah, you're just ruining the movie. It's just like
I go the same thing with a video game. I go there believing this movie is 100% true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I feel you. Yeah, because that's what you want. You want the experience. Why the fuck do you want to just be like, oh yeah, this is so stupid?
Like, I think someone told me they didn't like WALL-E because it was so unrealistic. I'm like, what?
So you don't like Willy Wonka, bro? Like you don't like, what are you talking about?
You don't like anything then? Like,
I know, right?
It's just like the people that say like, oh, they don't like the wrestling, like WWE because it's fake.
Yeah.
It's like, no fucking shit, it's fake. Everything we watch is fake. It's the whole environment, the whole entertainment is fake. You have to go in there believing it's real.
Yeah, and not saying that because like WWE sucks for me now, but when I was a kid, I 100% loved it.
Right.
So I'm not criticizing it. I feel like every kid should watch wrestling up until whenever. And some people keep watching it fine. I don't care. But yeah, it's like,
don't ruin it. Like it's the whole Santa Claus thing. Like don't ruin it for them yet.
Yeah, it's like, dude, no shit. Like exactly what you're saying. It's like, what are you talking about? Like
no shit. This movie isn't scary but I'm believing it's real. I'm trying to, I want to feel sad at these movies. Like some movies are just like that's how they are.
Oh yeah, no, with movies I'm all in. I'm all in on everything. I fucking put my.
I love doing that with video games.
Yeah. I like it too. It's just I don't know. I guess I'm too old now. Like, it's just too much time.
Oh god, I hope I don't get there.
But yeah, hopefully they'll make that one real scary. Like there's scary games out there, but like, there were jump scares.
What is it? I can't pronounce the name. The board.
Oh, Ouija.
A Ouija board, yeah. But a video game version where you're
god.
Like you think you're possessed, you're done.
Why'd you have to bring that up, man?
I'm just saying you know
how I feel about Ouija boards.
You know how,
right?
like what about a game that makes you feel like that? Like
that'd be
amazing.
Yeah, so we can get possessed. That'd be amazing.
Not the possessed part, just something that makes you feel like after you finish the game, you're like, okay, am I good?
Yeah.
Is everything good?
Am I gonna get fucking possessed by a demon right now? All right, guys. Glad that you guys joined us this week for Nerds with Glasses podcast. We'll be back next week.
And just watch all our shows this week. We have 3 more this week.
3 more
shows. We're gonna continue the episodes. So
the GOP TV.
Yeah,
that's right. Check us out on GOP TV. That's our new episodic content channel.
Not just for episodic narration. There's more. In case you haven't heard about it before, we've talked about it before. It's just we're gonna do games. We're doing Mass Effect Mondays, Kingdom Hearts Wednesdays, and Drakengard 3.
Yeah, Drakengard 3.
Drakengard, yes.
On Fridays. And then plus we'll be using also some episodic, so Life is Strange, if you want to watch that, GOP TV.
GOP TV.
And remember to follow us on Twitter. on Instagram. All the links are below in the description.
Instagram, I forgot.
Yeah, we just got an Instagram. We're trying to be new and young and fun, like all the cool,
like all the old people that try to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna ruin Instagram for you guys.
No problem.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.